How's your leg?
It hurts a little.
And your stomach?
Empty as a football.
And your love life?
Not too active.
Anything else bothering you?
Mm-hmm. Who are you?
When John Michael Hayes brought a man and a woman together on screen, sparks flew and romance was kindled, even if both of them kept all their clothes on and all 4 feet on the floor at all time. His rise to fame in Hollywood first came as Hitchcock's writer, when he was handpicked by Hitch to write the script for Rear Window. Together, he and Hitch concocted an action picture for a wheelchair-bound hero that had the audience on the edge of their seats and resulted in Academy Award nominations for them both.
Let's start from the beginning again, Jeff. Tell me everything you saw and what you think it means.
There's something very pleasurable about sitting back and, sort of being with the good hands people like Hitchcock and Hayes in something like Rear Window or To Catch a Thief. I mean, these are wonderful entertainments, and they are, as opposed to so many movies nowadays, they are written as opposed to being merely structured.
Hayes brought more to their collaboration than clever plotting and snappy dialogue. If there was a Hitchcock touch, then the Hayes touch was to humanize the master of suspense. Hayes warmed Hitch up. Rear Window and the 3 pictures that followed, To Catch a Thief, The Trouble with Harry, and The Man Who Knew Too Much, are as much love stories as they are mysteries, and that was mainly due to Hayes. The importance of his contribution was marked by Writers Guild Award nominations for both Rear Window and To Catch a Thief.
He's a sly writer, John Michael Hayes. And Hitchcock was, of course, a sly director. So these two sensibilities meshed.
John Michael Hayes really knew how to write for women. In To Catch a Thief, Grace Kelly's icy wit sparkled more than her diamonds.
Give up, John. Admit who you are. Even in this light, I can tell where your eyes are looking. Look, John. Hold them. Diamonds.
I think the Hayes touch was, and is why it was so appropriate to Hitchcock. It was a sort of a sly touch. I mean, a lot of his dialogue is sort of implicitly sexy, but it's not explicitly so.
The Trouble with Harry perfectly showcased Shirley MacLaine's offbeat personality in her first screen role.
You certainly are a lovely woman. I'd like to paint you nude.
Some other time, Mr. Marlowe. I was about to make Arnie some lemonade.
Oh, yes, of course. Perhaps I've come at an awkward moment.
If you want to undress me, you have.
And 50s icon Doris Day came down off her virginal pedestal to win our sympathy as the distraught mother in The Man Who Knew Too Much.
Oh, let me find my thing. Oh, dear God. Where? I want my boy.
Joe,
Please, don't you?
Joe.
Where is he?
Forgive me, Joe.
On the heels of his partnership with Hitchcock, John Michael Hayes was tapped to adapt Peyton Place, a novel widely considered to be too shocking for the screen.
You're just like your father about sex. In that way, you're just like him. Don't you say things about my father. He was a wonderful man. Wonderful. And fine and good to you, and that's what you told me, so don't blame him for anything. Wonderful and fine and good. That's what I told you? Well, I lied. I lied about him because I was ashamed of him and of myself. Well, then why did you marry him? I didn't. And he didn't marry me because he already had a wife.
Hayes turned a trashy book into a much-lauded movie that won him both Writers Guild Award and Academy Award nomination. After that, Hayes was Hollywood's go-to guy when it came to spinning controversial material into gold. Prostitution in Butterfield 8.
Mama, I am different. Yesterday, it was men, a whole world full of men. Let me go, you're hurting me. Mama, face it. I was the slut of all time.
lesbianism in the children's hour.
Listen to me. I have loved you the way they said.
Legendary mogul Joseph Levine turned to Hayes to adapt Harold Robbins' steamy bestseller, The Carpetbaggers. The result was an enormous financial success.
Oh, Jonas, you lost me once. Don't do it again.
The day I take you is when you've got everything you want. When you're happy. When you have nothing to gain and everything to lose.
You're afraid. Scared you can't make it. Afraid you're not half the man that your father was. And you're not. You never could be. You're not a man. You're just a scared little boy. A scared little boy. Junior! Junior!
Beg! Beg like my mother and father begged.
By that time, Robbins had gotten under John Michael Hayes' skin to such a degree that he wrote an original script featuring Steve McQueen as one of Robbins' most colorful characters, Nevada Smith. Throughout his career, Hayes had the ability to work in many genres, including suspense, adaptation of works both literary and sensational, light comedy like But Not For Me, and women's pictures like Where Love Has Gone. He even wrote a musical, Torch Song, for Joan Crawford. But no matter what genre he explored, Hayes' delight in language and love of wordplay is apparent. It marks him as a true member of the genus writer. The script for any one of his Hitchcock films should be enough to lift John Michael Hayes into the Hollywood pantheon. His complete body of work ensures him pride of place.